Hello, followers of my YouTube channel. Welcome to today's tutorial. In the last video, we have seen the first parts of image classifications, which is about how to combine different bands in order to get a visible image. Okay, so we have seen those things under the first section, and we have almost take 7 bands, and we have combined those maps or images in order to get such a visible map to make it clear for our work. Okay, so for today's tutorial we will see how to do image classifications using unsupervised methods. Before that, we will see some information about the combined maps. Okay, for instance, if you see this one, this is a combined map, but if you have seen those satellite images, those are not visible as we want, and it is difficult to visualize or to detect which area is water body and which is urban, which is agricultural land, and the likes. Okay, therefore it is better to combine your bands in order to get such a clear map. After that, you should have to classify this map. Okay, so in order to do your classification first, under the top of your ArcGIS, right click on this, and you should activate this image classifications. Yeah, you can activate and deactivate your image classification under this, and you can get under this section, and you can see some classification methods, image classification methods like the maximum likelihood classification. This is mostly and widely used supervised method, and the second one is this isocluster unsupervised classifications. This one is unsupervised classification methods, and there are class probability and principal components. Mostly those are the most widely used, and this maximum likelihood classification is the widely applicable methods because of it needs training samples in order to verify our work. So therefore under this you should have to select your composite map or combined map, since it is visible, and this is training samples. You can collect the training samples under this. Okay, your reference may be Google Earth, or this map is by itself visible, and you can identify which is urban, which is water body. For instance, this is Lake Tana, you can see which is water body, and also we can visualize some rivers. You see this is the Blue Nile River, this is the Koga Reservoir. Yeah, and also here is a city. Okay, Bahadra. Yeah, therefore you can visualize your maps in such a way. Therefore you can collect your training samples under this section, and this is a point in which you are collecting your training samples using polygon or rectangles, or using a circle. Good. Therefore before that you can also have an access on analyzing your image under this window. Go to this window, and we have this image analysis. Okay, for instance, we have this image combined images, and we can have an access to select some parameters on displaying parameters here. Okay, we can select this under percent clip or the likes. Okay, and also that of the standard deviation here. This is the standard deviation, this is the percent, right? You see the difference of the maps here. I hope it is visible. And also let me use as std, and you can clip your maps under this. And also if you have for instance those maps, let me inactive this one, and I would like to get a combined map. Okay, we have selected those bands. After that, by controlling or by pressing the control icon, you should have to select all of the bands in such a way. Okay, this one. Then you can merge, or you can do a composite map by pressing this one, similar to the what we have done in the last time. This is a composite band. You can do your composite map band in such a way. You see, you can have similarly do in such a way. Good. This is a combined image, and we can have change the red as a band 4, the green as band 3, and the blue as band 2, and can get a similar composite map with this one under this window. Okay, this is the one thing. And also we can do different things under this one. Let me inactive this one. Okay, if I have an interest to do in a specific area, for instance, I have this one is a shape files of Gumera watershed. If you see this under zoom, this is a Gumera watershed. And if I have an interest to classify an image only for Gumera watershed, I may have an access to clip this one. Okay, this the image of this Gumera watershed only. So if you can go to this window, image analysis, then click on this composite image, and you can say here is a clip. Okay, you can clip your work, or you can mask. You can mask. That means the software highlights you the area coverage of your study area. For instance, if I have masked this one, and if you visualize in such a way, and let me say zoom in. Okay, you see this highlighted by white color is the masked area for your specific objective for the Gumera watershed. And if you see this is a Gumera watershed, and this masked area covers your study area, and can work on that specifically to save your time. And also one thing here is you can also have an access to clip your land use land cover for your specific watershed only. Go to this window, image analysis, and there is a clip icon here. So after you have zoom in, you can have clip your land use land cover in such a way. Okay, so we can do such things in such a way. And you can see this clip image for your specific area. If you uncheck this one, you can have such an image. Okay, you can do your specific image classification in this Landsat image only, including the above image is not necessary now. So we will use this composite image, the clip composite image, for our intended purpose. Okay, therefore we will see such things under this one. So for today tutorial, let us classify our image using unsupervised image classifications. As we have seen on the last tutorial on image classifications, uh, the supervised method needs that of the some record data using GPS, while this unsupervised method does not need uh, collecting data. Rather, the software classifies using the spectral values. Okay, therefore go to these classifications in this ISO cluster unsupervised classification method. Alright, and you see the composite image is now selected here. Rather, I need the clip composite image. Okay, this one should be removed. Okay, the clip composite image is used because we have reduced our effort. Okay, and you should have to give the number of classes under this section. Okay, this number of classes should be more than 180, and after that you should have to reclass your image based on some these ground truth values. Therefore, let me give 18 number of classes, and I would like to save it on my working folder on E. There is D or C, and there is a make classification. Okay, now this one, and it is unsupervised image. Alright, so say save, and you can adjust your environment. Okay, you can adjust your environment on that of your watershed or the Gumera, and say okay here. Now it is executing on classifying the image using ISO cluster method of image classifications. There is some errors now. We may have made some mistakes here. Okay, let me give a folder or let me give us 25, and let us use this default folder on C users document, and it is ISO cluster 1. Alright, say okay. The locations of your output may affect your execution because it needs some free space in the lake. Good. Good. So this ISO cluster image classification, that means the unsupervised method is now executed successfully, as we have seen. You see this one is a classified image based on unsupervised classification method, and it has the number of classes 16. I have given that 25 classes, but almost only 16 number of classes are available on this image. Therefore, the final thing here is you should have to resample your data. Before that, let me extract or mask my study area land covers. That is better to reduce my time. Extract by mask from ISO cluster. I would like to clip by using the basin. Alright, this is extracted ISO cluster map for Gumara watershed, and we will see the result. You see, here is this one is not necessary now. Our intended purpose is on this one. Open, you can zoom to layer. Good. As you see, only 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 40. You see, those classes are available now. Some classes are rejected, and you can resample your data from your initial map, from your initial composite map. From your initial composite map, should have to resample. For instance, if I have seen some data here, alright, based on that you can resample your data. Okay, for instance, this is water body, this one is water body. I'm saying this one is for instance, if you have this one, you see this red color is water body. I will give us a water body, this one. Good, this one is water body, and there may be some other water bodies here. You see, this one is also water body. Yeah, for instance, if you have yeah, this color and this color is the same, and also we may have additional areas. Okay, here is the urban areas. Those are the urban areas, and this is agricultural land. And based on your data, you can resample your map, and you have finally get a clear land cover for your study area. I hope it is very simple. We will see on the coming video how to resample our images. Okay, our images from this classified land cover. Okay, so it is enough for today's tutorial, and I have and I hope you have got what I have told you in this tutorial. And if you have any questions, please put your question under the comment section, and you can contact me through my email address. You can get my email under the comment section. Okay, have a nice time. Bye. Thank you for your watching.